It's the NFL on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Buffalo Bills. All that and more coming up next.
We are just about 4 miles off the shore of Lake Erie at Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park, New York. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand, and this is a game where the defenses, they need to be on their toes because you got quarterbacks here, yes, that can throw the football, but they can also run it very well too.
Mobile quarterbacks. Remember, for the longest time, they used to tell the quarterbacks, stay in the pocket. We don't want you outside of it at all. Nowadays, that mobility, truly an asset, and people are game planning for it. As a scout told me recently, we are actually working with what the colleges are giving us nowadays.
And we are underway in Buffalo. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Ravens offense going to work, and as usual, it's Lamar Jackson, the former MVP of the league, at the helm.
Early part of his career, defenses really had to focus on his running ability, and they still do. But now, he's turned himself into a true dual-threat quarterback. When he plants his cleats in the ground and turns it loose, good things happen downfield.
In motion left, Bateman. Play action. It's Jackson. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down. Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know what's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds like something you're supposed to do, but when you have to think about your assignments against him, it often slows down your feet. You don't move as fast. You've got to be prepared for this guy every step of the way and then try and match his athleticism.
22 yards there, a first down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
There's the former Heisman winner. It's Derrick Henry. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Here's Jackson. This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Ball at the 23, second and 8. They'll run it again with Henry. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. From the gun, Jackson. Able to shake him off. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
A first down carry for Henry. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Second and 5. Jackson. Touchdown! Lamar Jackson hooking up with Mark Andrews. And the Ravens have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. They got to love that. 9-play drive results in 6 points.
That means they're doing the dictating. That means that they've described how the game's going to go. They're playing at their tempo, at their pace. If you're on the other side of the ball, if you're playing defense, defense is not methodical. They've got to go in there and shake things up and create a little havoc.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's Mark Andrews who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
I remember when he came out of Wyoming, the big question mark, could he be accurate enough to be a star in the NFL? I think it's safe to say he's put all of us in our place and put those doubts to rest. He can roll out and run it. He can bomb it over your heads. Everything in between. He is an absolute nightmare for defenses to try and prepare for. And when he's on, he's an MVP caliber player each and every time he takes the field.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. They start the drive with Cook. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
They work now on 2nd and 9. They run it again with Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Throwing now is Allen. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Still going inside the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Amari Cooper, 77 yards. And the Bills are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Well, Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's Amari Cooper who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Now it's Jackson.
Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 3.
They go play action now. Jackson.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. What a play that turns out to be. 36 yards.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
A.J. Epinesa, the one credited for the sack.
They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Now Jackson.
That is caught. And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up 1st and goal.
The tight end in motion right. They'll try and run for it with Henry. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Jackson now.
And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown.
A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Tucker now for the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays.
And it's Mark Andrews who finishes things off with a touchdown reception.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Bills offense and the veteran Amari Cooper getting set for their next possession. And what a start he's off to. You don't want to start prorating numbers out for 4 quarters, but it's fair to say this defense is going to have to find some way to slow him down.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Motion man is Shakir.
Here's Allen. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Now that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd down and 6 now.
And now they'll throw with Allen. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Allen. Right back to Cooper, and he got him again. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down. Defensively, they're going to have to do something about him in a hurry because that last catch puts him over the 100-yard mark. We haven't even hit the second quarter yet.
And you did say they'd have to do it in a hurry. It has to be right now because as his confidence grows, it'll actually overwhelm the defense. No matter what they do, he'll feel like they can't stop him.
A short throw pulled in by Kincaid.
So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
2nd and 10.
Play action. Now it's Allen. And he's got his receiver, Cooper. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter.
What a first quarter he's been putting together. He scored the touchdown earlier, and he's in phase right out of the gate. Right now, he's playing with such confidence, he doesn't believe that they have an answer for him no matter what they do on defense. And here's another big play to prove his point.
Davis. Pushing his way into the end zone. Touchdown. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense commits too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time he had the speed to win that race.
Pass on for the extra point.
And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Off the option, here's Henry.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first.
Veteran running back like him, we've seen a lot of those chunk carries in his career.
And that's why you don't just look at his birth certificate and decide when a guy is done, right? Because you know as well as I do, in this league, as soon as you hit 30, they're looking to let you go if you're a running back. Sometimes there's a little tread left on the tires.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And now Jackson will look to throw it.
That's complete to his receiver, Bateman.
And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 44-yard line. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first.
And that play came together really well for them as he found open space, makes the catch, and gets down to the 1-yard line. You know he's kicking himself right now. He thought he had a chance to get a touchdown and put that in his ledger. Instead, his team gets a chance to cash in over these next few plays.
A short throw caught by Andrews. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with second and a couple.
I know that halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
But it wasn't a goal line situation, but how about the goal line formation on 3rd and short? They went in and went heavy. No surprise on who was going to get the football. How about the power exhibited there?
Yeah, that was just put a hat on a hat, drive forward. Nice job to pick it up. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Now a 2nd and 10.
And the tight end goes in motion left. Here's Jackson to throw. They set up the screen for Henry. Runs through the contact, and he is out of bounds inside the 30. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception, and that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 13-yard line. 13 yards down to the 13.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. But this is one of their best plays yet, and they're able to move it down into the red zone.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Again, Jackson. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews.
And he will cover up as he's touched down after a short gain.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
2nd and 9.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. To throw is Jackson.
Yet again, targeting and finding Mark Andrews.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Andrews on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Ravens have broken the tie.
And this is turning out to be something to monitor as this game goes along. That's now 3 touchdown catches for him here in this first half alone.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. That one in the books as a 12-play drive.
And it's Mark Andrews who finishes things off with a touchdown reception.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The home team's offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in this first half, it has resulted in a big play, as borne out by the numbers. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, and they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
To throw, it's Allen. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Allen going to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Coleman. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. 2nd and 1
is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs, and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. In motion goes the tight end. Allen now looks to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Throwing now is Allen. And complete right side to Cook. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 9 yards, and that leaves them just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
Motion man is Shakir. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield.
That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, a nice consistent gain.
Here's Allen to throw it. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Ty Johnson, a 16-yard touchdown.
And the Bills are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Ravens ready to take over. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27.
He'll start with a give to Henry.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Jackson. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
2nd down and 4. Off the option, here's Henry.
A solid stiff arm. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
86 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down.
2nd down and 6 now from the 26.
They go play action with Jackson.
Bateman's got it on the crossing route here.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 83 yards receiving now for him on the afternoon as he's got a 1st down here.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. He'll pick up 7 there on the 1st down keeper.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
2nd down, ball on the 3, 1st down marker at the 1-yard line.
Now they send a man in motion right.
He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. Well, a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now it's Jackson. Flush to his right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Ravens have moved out in front. Now, this defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number one.
It should be number one, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone.
Tucker with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. So that drive in total 8 plays.
And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Amari Cooper and the rest of the offense heading back out there now.
Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
Now Allen.
That'll be complete to Cook.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll try the middle with Cook. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away.
Back deep is Steven Sims.
Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line.
The Ravens offense and Lamar Jackson set to take over once again. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They go play action now. Jackson. And he can't get rid of it. He he's taken down.
And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Andrews. And he's brought down at the 19 after a gain of 19. First down in the red zone.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This from 36 yards out. Tucker's kick is good.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And you wonder if with Allen's arm, they might just take their chances by dialing up a long one. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
And this will be caught at the 30. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And with the clock at all zeros, they get the touchdown to make this just a 1-score game into the lockers.
And you know what else it does? Besides boost their confidence, it doesn't change your game plan any. See, if they're down bigger going into the half, you may have to revise what you plan to do in the second. But now in this spot, within 1 score in striking distance, you go ahead and keep playing and do what you'd worked down all week long.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead is down to a field goal. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This was a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3?
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Bills offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter. I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Now Allen. This taken in by Kincaid.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
To the air, Allen. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Now Cook running right. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. Carryover from the first half. That defensive line continues to control the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they're actually playing the game in the offense's backfield. They're taking those offensive linemen and pushing them back towards the quarterback and towards the runners. I still don't think, though, that you abandon the running game totally, because if you do, you're asking for a lot more hits on your QB.
Hook up a 15 yards there, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. Here's Allen. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Bills first down, as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Allen. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's second down.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Now 2nd and 5.
From the gun, it's Allen.
This to the tight end, Kincaid. And the Bills are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to, pick up a first down.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? They'll look to throw again. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
So on 4th down, off goes Allen. On comes Tyler Bass for the Buffalo field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Bass is good. And this game is tied again here in the 3rd. So they come away from this opening drive in the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job one, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Ravens offense and Derrick Henry set to take over once more. And you have to imagine this defense saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the 3rd quarter. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And their 3-point halftime lead gone now, back to a tie game. But, Charles, I don't imagine that changes too much for this offense.
I would agree. I don't think it changes much at all, whether it's a 3-point lead or a tie game. They know they have their work cut out for them, and they were going to run their offense in the same vein. Two things to watch. First is strength and being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
In motion, Aguilar. Now they'll fake the jet sweep and run up the middle with Henry. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. That's going deep for Bateman. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman. 74 yards, and the Ravens have broken the tie. He's tough to contain as it is, but in man coverage with a pretty deep pass downfield, really tough to contain.
And it's so difficult because every play you've got to consider he might try and run past you. So your goal as a defensive back is to give him plenty of cushion, meaning lots of space between you and him. If he wants to catch the short stuff, come up and secure the tackle, hit him a bunch during the game, and try and keep him in front. But if you turn your head for a second, if your concentration wanes,
bye-bye.
He just takes off and goes, and I think that's what we just saw there.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. The Bills offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. To throw, it's Allen. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. Looking to throw. Allen.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. So it sails out of bounds close to midfield, and they'll say actually right at midfield.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense.
They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
yeah, not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about seeing defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. And he'll get nothing out of that one. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it's second down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down.
A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get, so he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
Jackson now. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Dewan Smoot getting in there, recording the sack.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
The Ravens send their punter out now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Cook up the gut. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. On the return is Sims.
31 yards on the punt there. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
The former Minnesota Golden Gopher Rashad Bateman leading this offense back onto the field.
A monster game so far, 3rd quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers, though, who find ways to get open, whether they uncover late in a route or they get open early, but they just always find a way, and he's having that type of a game.
Yeah, he's been nearly impossible to cover.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 103 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Now it's Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 2.
Here's Jackson to throw.
Yet again, targeting and fighting Mark Andrews. And Andrews going to have a Ravens 1st down as he'll take this down to the 26.
They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Here's Jackson.
A short one there, caught by Likely.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22.
Again, Jackson. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here is 3rd down and 4.
They'll send a tight end in motion right. Jackson
finds his man over the middle. It's Likely. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a 1st down. 3 quarters in the books.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back now in Buffalo. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. Jackson. They set up the screen for Henry. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On third down, Henry. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that's, CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
Allen now looks to throw.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Allen. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 10. Now Allen.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Oh, big-time credit. What a play design there. They wanted to get him loose in the open field, and they succeeded. He had all sorts of room to operate in, and they finally track him down inside the 5-yard line.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Allen going to throw.
That's caught. Kincaid for the Bills touchdown.
4 yards on the touchdown grab.
And the Bills have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
The touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play. Got the momentum going, right? You create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll make it second down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Running from the gun with Henry.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 123 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell him to back off of being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up second down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
From just shy of midfield, here's a 2nd and 4.
They'll try the right side with Henry.
And he's got this down to the 35.
16 yards on that one at a Raven first.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Play action. It's Jackson.
This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Throwing is Jackson. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews.
And Andrews going to have a Ravens first down as a tackle made at the 18.
9 yards that time. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Aguilar in motion left. Now it's Jackson. Throw caught by Flowers. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. To throw again is Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Henry is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Henry again. And he's not going too far. In fact, stopped dead in his tracks at the 3.
It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunity.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson, a 3-yard run as he kept it himself.
And the Ravens are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with a touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
Tucker now to add the point after. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bills offense back out onto the field. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. Throwing to start the drive. Allen over the middle, the catch by Coleman. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down. A good start there on this 4th quarter drive. They need more of what we just saw.
Down a couple of scores. There's still time, all right? It's not like, they're totally out of it, but they have to score quickly, and they're going to need some big-time plays, chunk plays, explosive plays. They need yardage on each snap.
That is caught. Kincaid with it.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor And it's a first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
With that last completion, CDs now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined stat line here. And in the time we have remaining, wouldn't shock me at all to see them take another deep shot.
That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Allen to throw once more. That's going to be caught by Samuel. His second catch. This one not quite as dynamic as his first. And it's second down. Here's Allen to throw it. Over the middle, complete. That's Coleman.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Allen.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told.
And it was all polished off with a Khalil Shakir touchdown catch. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here's 3rd and 9.
Throwing now is Jackson. Escaping the pressure right.
And he has the Ravens first down, and it would appear that that's going to be the one to do it.
And they take a knee.
Second and 11. Jackson going to keep it running right.
And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively, because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball, but the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout, but instead they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Buffalo.